Hello, everybody on Anime Real Talk TV. This is the Game Manic, and today we have a special guest, our friend from Jamaica, Jerome. Say hi, Jerome. Say hi to the people.
Hello, everybody. Ultra Black God 21 here. I apologize if my microphone doesn't give good quality. I hope you can all hear me, but it is nice to be on this page. I am happy to be a guest here.
So, how are you enjoying being a cartoon?
Well, I can say that it's incredible and retarded at the same time.
Okay, so pretty much what we decided to do for this video, what we decided to do for this video is that we did a couple Naruto discussions on my page, so we figured let's talk about Bleach.
Yeah,
And as a precaution, we're just gonna warn you now, if there's any bashing, it's not in it's not intentional. It just comes naturally. That's all I'm gonna
that's
say.
right.
All we're
That's
gonna
right.
do is talk about Bleach, and so whatever happens, happens. Okay.
We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused for bashing.
We don't apologize to Kubo though, because that's his own damn fault.
Yeah, exactly.
It's his own damn fault.
All
Oh,
right.
so you want to just throw around ideas and shit? Like, I guess we could. Oh, you have a particular idea you want to start on?
Sure thing. I can start off by saying we're going to be talking about time skip mainly because by talking about the current anime that's going on, we've technically addressed all that already. So it's only natural that we talk about the time skip because there are a lot of things that we'd like to address. But
Yeah.
before all that, the first thing that I'd really like to talk about is Bleach going on for 10 more years. One of the most major issues that I had. So it all started out when Tite Kubo was doing his manga, and then we heard the announcement from Rookies' Punk, the rock band, saying that Bleach, the anime is going to be ending around episode 315, and the manga is going to be taking a break. Then we later heard from Kubo confirming it, saying that Bleach is going to go on a two more arcs, 6 to 8 months, and then 2 to 3 years. One's going to be explaining Ishin's past, and the other is going to conclude it. And then, right after an announcement was made that One Piece is going on for 10 more years, Tite Kubo came on and said that he'll be doing Bleach for 10 more years. That news was at Shonen Jump Festa 2011. So, to conclude all of that evidence, I can say that Tite Kubo is taking something so much stronger than that.
What I'm gonna say about that whole 10-year thing is that he's trying to fuck with Oda. Like, I feel like Oda made the announcement, and then TJ Kubo was like, "No, no,
No,
he's not gonna get the jump on me. Fuck
you,
this, Bleach,
you have
10
to
more
understand.
years."
You have to understand, you see, right after Oda said his announcement, that was earlier at the Jump Fest stage, Tite Kubo mentioned it as well. And I'm saying, yeah, there's some great suspicion that this guy is completely ripping off other mangaka out there. And it's not funny because Oda said that first. And it's only natural that One Piece is going to go on for 10 more years because it has that potential. But why the hell did Kubo say that again? Why did he say that as well? I'm catching on to this guy, he's smoking crack. I mean, seriously, I cannot watch and read Bleach for 10 more years. I'm gonna get a life by that time. This is insane.
See,
Alright,
this is that's the problem with Bleach. Bleach has this thing where it's like with One Piece we can kind of understand it because it's like, oh, this like, oh, we had the story, like I got the story set up. With
yeah,
Bleach, the problem with Bleach doesn't have like a story. Like, there's not shit you're looking forward to in Bleach that will last a decade. Like the whole thing when he said the whole 6 to 8 month arc and then the 2 to 3 years, we could see that.
exactly.
We could see like this 6 to 8 month thing being like the whole explanation with Ishin, and then the 2 to 3 year arc being something to like finish finally kill Aizen.
That's
What
right.
what is he gonna do after that? What's he gonna do?
Now,
He's gonna have Ichigo and Onihime fucking for like 7 years. That's what's gonna happen. That's totally what's gonna happen. We're just gonna see we're just gonna see hentai for like 7 years. It's ridiculous. Like,
now,
Kubo, don't. I kind of feel bad for Luffy. Luffy's like, I gotta share this fucking Shonen Jump magazine with this strawberry fucking Soul Reaper for another decade. You kidding me?
All right.
Fuck
You have to
you, bro.
you have to understand, buying Bleach box set, like from Bleach Volume 1 to Bleach Volume 15, with the Soul Society arc and the Bound arc. You see, when you buy those box sets, you've been watching it for a time and you love Soul Society, but then when you move on to Bound arc, you can tell that Bleach slipped from there. I know about the box sets already, but the thing that frightens me is that we have to bash right now because the very fact that Stephen Kubo said he's going on for 10 more years and we haven't seen any improvement from the guy, it's only natural that we have something to fear during that time because the entire story might be messed up in the worst way if this guy can't get any potential within 10 whole years. I don't want to see 10 years of a crappy manga selling completely just because this guy's milking out blood out of a cash cow.
You
I
know,
don't want to see that.
you know what the funny thing is? 10 years of manga is 20 years in anime filler.
Oh God.
we're, we're just
Oh God.
we're just gonna have like the 10 years worth of like canon and then like 20 years worth of filler.
Oh
Because
my
he seems to throw in filler like after every major arc. Like I'm betting in the anime after we're finished with his eyes and shit, he's gonna throw in filler right before the time skip.
Well, I'm looking at Wikipedia right now, and right after episode 310, I see episode 309 here. Each is going to use a final get to the 10 show. Episode 310 is going to be wrapping it up. And I'm seeing episode 311 here, and guess who's coming in that episode? You would believe it.
What, what's gonna be in 311? Because I'm afraid.
Karakura Riser, Tone, as a superhero again.
Oh shit.
Yes, I'm seeing it right here, man. I'm telling you.
Oh god,
Tells
no.
me that Karakura Riser
This
is
is
returning.
see. I'm gonna be honest with you. With Bleach, I kind of went in and out of the anime, and the reason was because of the fillers. On top of
Filler.
the, and I was like, okay. I was like, with the first filler that really pissed me off was the one in the middle of the Ichigo Grimjaw fight, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of annoying. But I watched it. I don't like that arc, but I watched it. Then we got the Zanpakuto filler, and I'm like, no, we're not doing this again. And we got more filler. Damn it, no. He does this. It's not like I'd rather him just do in canon filler than him to do
Yeah,
this. These fucking even Naruto understands you don't do like entire arcs in filler because no one's gonna care.
I mean, come on, man. First of all, we had the Captain Amagai arc between the Grimjaw fight. It was kind of okay. I liked it a bit. Then we got the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc. I worked with that. It was fantastic because I heard that Kubo had a hand in it and it was creative. But then we got the sword scenes after that and it killed everything. And I
Oh
was
yeah,
just,
they kept the thing with the Zanpakuto is that it kept going. Like as a filler, it was good until it kept like it killed it
yeah,
though.
yeah, the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc was good. But when they turned to the sword beams arc now, I said no. Give me Ichigo versus Ulquiorra now. I am getting impatient. And then, during the Shinigami versus Arrancar War, we just got these random episodes popping up in there, these fillers that are the worst of crap. And I don't know why he always sticks these random fillers between episodes so many times. It killed the anime for me.
You wanna know
And
why? Is because his canon, the way his canon is placed, there's no way in hell they can put in filler there. Like that's the problem with its canon. Like with Naruto, its canon made sense because it was like flashback canon. I mean
yeah,
flashback filler and shit. And in the
me,
canon, they were rebuilding the village, so they had room to do filler. But the thing with Bleach filler seems to come in like in the canon, there's no way they could break a part of that up so they can put filler in there. Like they have to put it in random canon, or else he'll end up catching to the manga. And Bleach,
yeah,
Bleach is like, I mean, even with One Piece is better because like every time they leave an island, you can put filler there. You can have them go to a filler island. You can't
see,
do
that's
that in Bleach because the
See,
parts
that's
they
the
broke
thing.
up.
With One Piece, they can go on any adventure. So when there's a filler, they say, "Oh, you know what? Let's just put it here, and Luffy can just quickly go on another adventure." And then when we go back to canon, he goes on the adventure in canon. With Naruto, they had the Sora arc first, then they had the Three Tails arc, Then they got the Six-Tail Beast arc, and then they have the Bleach history arc. But during that, we see how the story flows within one another without having to go back in the past or anything. But with Bleach, they just changed things around, like Frank and Ichigo and Rangiku and Hisagi and all this rubbish. It doesn't stick. It's not like you can go back to the Soul Society and see random characters during the canon time doing something, I don't even think Oda thinks along. I mean, he could even stick with doing fillers with the villains or characters in hell. But it's this crap that he puts in the fillers that kill the anime for me.
And that's just anime. We're not even talking about the manga. We're not talking about the canon bullshittery. We're talking about the filler bullshittery. Because, I mean, believe us, there's a lot of things in the canon that kind of pisses us off. Like,
True.
like the first thing, and I think Jerome, you mentioned this in a couple of your other videos, how the Iranka War was just all talking, and it was like, this is a fucking war. Why are you sitting around and talking for like 6 episodes?
Oh,
Fight.
like Shinji versus Aizen is a perfect example. I mean, Shinji released his sword Sakanade, and you're standing up in front of a guy who has the IQ of over 9,000. You're explaining everything about your sword, and you don't think that Aizen's gonna catch on to how your sword
I
and
think
some
that
soul.
was. I think that's actually bad, just writing on Kubo's part, just because I think the you know how in like shonen animes in general they always explain their attacks.
That's right.
That's so the reader can understand it. The problem is that the way Kubo did it for that particular fight,
Yeah.
it doesn't work for the fight. Like oh, we know what Shinji's sword does now, but crap, you just explained that to Aizen, you fucking dumbass. What did you?
The sword only sprinkles off dust and controls one sense instead of five, and Aizen defeats him within the next 5 seconds. What the
And,
hell?
and what didn't make any, and what made it even worse is that this fucker was supposed to be the strongest. Like I thought he was the leader of the I thought he was the leader of the Visors. He got taken out quicker than some of his own people. It was ridiculous. I was like, how is this fucker? How is he the leader? Like this nigga didn't do it. He didn't do anything in the war. That's what made it even worse. He didn't do anything. And then what makes it even worse is when we get into this new arc, he doesn't even have Shinigami or Hollow powers. So what was the point of the
No,
Visors? What was the point of the Visors? The Visors just became shit. Even if he turns back into a Shinigami, he shouldn't have the Hollow issues. I mean, I don't know.
exactly.
I don't know about your speculation on that. Like when he gets his power back in this arc, do you think he'll still have the issues with like Hollow Ichigo and stuff?
All right, now here's the thing. We're going to go back to talking about the arc now. Since we just jumped back into it now. We call it the Lost Representative Shinigami Badge. The one thing that I'd like to see now is when Ichigo finally regains the Shinigami powers, we're going to be seeing some different looks on the people in Soul Society, which would be the most badass thing for the fight. We might even see Hitsugaya maybe with longer hair, a little taller. We might see like Renji becoming captain and replacing the spots, or people becoming captain like Usagi, Renji, and Kira, because a lot of years passed by in Soul Society.
Yeah, but how does it correlate with human years? Like if it's a year in the real world, how long is it in the Soul Society?
To say the truth, I'm not really sure of the equivalent, but
Oh, thank you, Kubo, for explaining that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Kubo.
But the thing is now, when Ichigo gets his powers back, I'd like to know what would happen if his Hollow comes back again, because the last thing we remember is that Tensei Zangetsu and Hollow Ichigo fused, and they became one, and they fought Ichigo to teach and the final get the attention in the end. So I think that Ichigo practically mastered, I don't know, part of his powers, but I don't think the Hollow powers are masterful. Because Hollow Ichigo is not compatible with him still. He still wants to kill him. So I think that he still has to train it up to master full hollification. I hope that Tite Kubo thinks of that idea and does it.
Well, my thing with Hollow Ichigo is that all right, they both fused and they fought him. I mean, but you gotta remember Hollow Ichigo and Tensei Zangetsu are both part of their are both parts of his actual power. They
That's right.
both. So my thing is this: if he controls them now, he shouldn't have a problem with Hollow Ichigo. Like that. I mean, through that logic, if he's already tamed them, I guess that's maybe not the best term, but
Yeah,
he finally has full control. He shouldn't have an. You shouldn't technically see Hollow Ichigo again. That's the issue with Ichigo's powers. If Ichigo fully is control of his powers, you should never see Hollow Ichigo or Tensei Zangetsu again. That's the only flaw with it. I think that's just bad writing. Cause I'm like, if Kubo had just left it where you had I I feel it just seems bad because the only time he ever goes into that whole realm where Tensei Zangetsu and Hollow Ichigo are, is when his powers are fucking up.
exactly.
So by that logic, if he gained control of his powers in full, you should never ever see Hollow Ichigo again or Tensei Zangetsu. And
Yeah.
my thing is when he gets his powers back, it'd be kind of retarded for him to have the same problems with Hollow Ichigo again if he's
Well,
already taken care of it. So it's like technically if he does it the way where it's like he has full control of his powers like he did before he lost them, we're never gonna see those two again. So,
exactly.
which is kind of bad because you just like added two characters in there and then just like said fuck them. And it, I mean, really, like that's what he did. He added two characters in there for the purpose of making Ichigo get stronger. And now that Ichigo is stronger, he's like, fuck him. And it's like, damn it, Kubo, people like these characters. No, fuck them.
Oh,
Just like we had like with Nail and all. Like it's like, oh, Nail dead? No, no, she's just in Wakamundo somewhere. Where is she? No, we're not gonna tell you where she is. We're gonna make you wait a decade. You're gonna wait another decade to find out where the fuck Nell is. Son of a bitch. Fuck, fucking.
the latest chapter of Bleach that came out, we see where Ichigo pulled off hat and got full brick powers out of his Shinigami badge, which is what this arc is all about. So my theory is that from now on, Ichigo is going to be depending on that badge to transform or use his powers or whatever he got. Because based on what
He's like, dude, I thought it was decided. Ichigo is Hitler, second coming. He's Hitler.
yeah,
That is he is either a swastika or is a fucking shuriken. And if it's a swastika, he's 2011 Ichigo Hitler. He's back.
exactly.
He's back.
Hail the
He's
Nazis.
here. He's
Hail
to
the
kill all
Nazis.
the Jews.
Hail the Nazis. I'm telling you, it looks like a giant Swatiza, but what I got from that now when I looked at the giant thing now, that is like the hilt of a sword. The first thing that came to my mind was that, yo, that thing looks like his fully mastered Tenkai. So what I'm saying now is that when Ichigo fully transforms, he's going to take on the fully mastered Bantai form, because if he tamed that form, then that means he's going to be looking badass like that again, with the exception of the long hair, I think. But many people speculated and said no. That form was when he was in the severed world for 3 months and he aged, and that's why the long hair and his height changed. But I think that the Bankai Shihakusho and the long chains are going to be coming back on him. Maybe that's the look he's going to get. But many people said that was his form to prepare for the final Gets Potential alone. So I don't know what form each is going to be taking up. It could swing either way. But all I know is that if I'm seeing this giant Swathiza Reiatsu coming out of the badge, it's only natural that Ichigo will get a badass form if he fully transforms. So we'll have to wait here, maybe next week and see some results.
Now, I hate to put this theory in here, but because it's Kubo and anything can happen, I can put this in here. What if? And I'm just a really big what if. What if that transformation where it looks like a swastika? What if that's it? Like, what if it stops there? What if he's just holding like this swastika looking shuriken thing and that's his full bring? Like, you know how Genjo has a sword?
Yeah,
You know how it just stops as a sword? Like he
yeah.
turns into a bigger sword and that's it. How do we know that swastika thing is not gonna just stop at the swastika thing? Or the
Okay, we
like
saw where Ginjo Kujo took his crucifix and transforms it into a sword. Then he takes the sword, transforms it back into a crucifix. His full bring is to pull out the soul out of anything and materialize it.
which doesn't make sense in the first place.
Yeah, which does not make sense because we hear that hollows attack their parents and the hollow powers or spirit pressure rubbed off children and they got these powers. Now, If at any point in time that power of Ichigo stops right there, I swear to all my viewers and subscribers on my page that I will stop reviewing Bleach.
No, no, wait. Now that's a very ballsy claim. Are we prepared for this? Because you, that's a big deal, Jerome.
Well, all right, I'll make a deal in a sense. I know I should really be doing it on a discussion video right now, but they have to know. If next week's chapter does not entertain me to the fullest, then I might have to put Bleach on hold. I'm telling you, and only review epic chapters that come out because I'm definitely serious here. Kubo's screwing around with me. I can't waste time on one manga. I could be reviewing another manga like Reborn or Berserk. I can't waste time. If the form stops there, then what is the use?
He's a ninja. That's why I put that, dude. I swear to God, when I saw that crap at the end of the chapter, my first thought was he was holding a shuriken. I'm like, what the fuck is this, Kubo? Did you just does Kishimoto have to come over there and beat the shit out of you? What are you doing? No,
Look,
I'm like, no, fuck it. I'm like, listen, if it stops there, I'm gonna be like, Kishimoto needs to beat your ass. Like that's the name of my review. Kishimoto needs to beat Kubo's ass. Like that shit's retarded. Like if it stops at that, I'm like, what is he, a fucking ninja Nazi? You kidding me now?
guy is ripping off everybody out there. I mean, he rips off Full Metal Alchemist by putting Yuriko in there that looks like Bradley with the eye patch on. What the hell is this?
Dude, I don't even. You know what I really don't understand?
What?
When they explain the full brain, is like full brain is love, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, like, it was like, so let me get this straight. We got power that you're born with that just automatically comes out the gate as love. I I
Mm.
love Genjo loves his cross, so it turns into a sword. Mister Butler loves his fucking, what is it? He doesn't even have an item. It's just time. He just loves time.
Yeah, he loves formal stuff and silverware, basically.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, and that's his full brain. And fucking Chad loves his skin. So so you know, I understand. And Chad also confuses me. Is Chad's arm a power from Ichigo, or is it full brain? Because the
You're,
way they
you're,
make it sound like, his, like in the last chapter when he's explaining how he's using his power,
yeah.
it makes it sound like his power is full brain, but he's had his power before that. So is it full brain, or is it the what happened when Ichigo's spiritual pressure started leaking out and it affected Chad no Hime? Is it full brain or is it not full brain?
If you remember before the time skip when Ichigo was fighting Aizen, I don't know if Kubo's logic is always messed up, but Aizen was probably trolling Ichigo to fight him, or maybe he was telling the truth, but Aizen said that the Hogyoku's will is so strong that it can grant everybody their true desire. It reaches so far from anywhere that the persons who maybe are around Ichigo, they will get their desire. They said that Chad needed power in order to protect people, and the Hogyoku granted him Brasa Dereche del Gigante, or the right arm of the giant. And then la the left arm of the devil. I don't know the Spanish name for it right now, but they said that Chad's this strong desire was granted by the Hogyoku. So I think that's where he mainly got it from. That's what Aizen said when he was fighting Ichigo before the time skip.
So why does he act like it's like when you like last chapter? Didn't it seem like he sounded like he made it seem like his shit was a full brain more than it was like a wish granted? Like when you read the chapter, did it feel like Chad was like thinking his shit was a full brain? Cause that's what I got from it. Cause he's talking about, that's how I was able to use mine. Mine is pride and shit. And I was like, wait, his shit's a full brain? Like I don't understand where Kubo's going with that. Like like he needs to like straight up say this. I don't even give a fuck. He could put this at like the end of a chapter. I don't even give a fuck how he puts it. Just he needs to tell us, is fucking Chad using full brain, or is that Hogyoku shit what it is? Because like last chapter confused the fuck out of me with that, and I didn't know what was going on.
Seriously though, if Kubo can't explain many things with decent logic, or as a matter of fact, explain them at all, then what's the sense you even read a manga? Anybody out there who hears me right now, you read a manga to see development because you can't just watch a manga just for fights alone. Eventually, you're gonna get bored of fighting alone because what you want to see is how
Like Bleach.
creative these adventures are. I mean, the only places that we see people go to in Bleach are the real world, Karakura Town alone, Soul Society, and hell, they don't go anywhere else. I mean, Naruto and all the ninjas in Naruto, they go to many different places in all over the world to do requests. In One Piece, they go everywhere around the world on adventures. In Fairy Tail, when they get requests, they go to different places to do the requests for people, and they do battles and destroy all sorts of stuff on the way. But in Bleach, it's like they limit the places that they can go to. It's just like the real world, Karakura Town, and Soul Society alone. And that's it. They don't go to places like Hell, or maybe somewhere close to Heaven, or it's just Hoi Mundo alone. Come on. They
That
need to explore a little more. Kubo needs to, do some more research and
well,
expand the story more.
I think the reason why is because the way he based his shit, that's really all he can do. The only thing he could do now is heaven. Literally, that's all he has left. Because he already did the place where you die, which is
Yeah.
Soul Society, which I don't even understand. The Soul Society is where you go when you die, like when your soul is reaped. As a hollow, if it's reaped, or if it's reaped when you're still a human spirit, you go
I
to
don't mean to
Soul
cut.
Society.
I don't mean to cut but in the very first chapter of Bleach, if you read the manga, Rukia said that Soul Society is heaven. So I think it stops there.
Wait. Soul Society is heaven.
Yeah, I'm just reading it right now. Rukia says that Soul Society is heaven. She said these spirits go to heaven when you use your sword or perform kanso. They go to heaven, also known as Soul Society. So that's it there.
So
I'm not seeing much more.
wait. So let me get this straight. Soul Society is heaven, and yet Soul Society has a hierarchy. What the? Are you shitting me? Like,
I'm reading it right now,
listen to
man.
me. Listen, if anyone out there is a Christian, you better hope heaven isn't like Soul Society. Because if you were poor, if you died poor, you're going to go to heaven poor, and you're going to live in a shack as a soul, and you're going to be fucked for all eternity.
You know what? Let's move the discussion a bit and make it a little more entertaining right now because I can't keep calling this fail out.
I'm
All
just,
right,
I'm just saying, that's ridiculous. Like, what the? Oh, are you kidding me?
all right.
Oh
Moving it.
God.
Talk
Sorry.
about the Royal Guard and the Soul King.
What the
I wonder
fuck?
if the Soul King
I
is
thought
Brooke.
the Soul King was Brooke.
Yeah, the Soul King is Brooke.
Brooke, dude, that would be the best. That'd be the best ending for Bleach. It's like, I'm here to see the Soul King. Yo ho ho ho! Fuck! Oh no! What did you do? This motherfucker invaded my manga.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing who the Soul King is or the Spirit King. So
Dude, it's Brooke. It's fucking Brooke. There is no. I'ma
all
stop. I'ma
right,
stop.
I'm reading here saying the Spirit King is the king of Soul Society, whose existence in Soul Society is as symbolic as it is absolute. The king resides in the royal palace that exists in a separate and special dimension inside Soul Society that is protected by the Royal Guard. The door to the dimension housing the royal palace is opened via the Oaken. Alright, so maybe Kubo is going to be focusing on that during the 10 long years of Bleach. So maybe we're going to see a different change in location. We're going to be going to that dimension soon, and we're going to be seeing the Spirit King and the Royal Guard. But we're going to be seeing how the story develops to that. We can't really talk about it now because there's just no evidence about it.
Well, Okay, well, let's suppose I have a theory. I think the Soul King in Bleach is supposed to equal up to, I guess, God. I'm assuming. It's,
Well, Eddie is heaven, then you can call the Spirit King God.
okay, if that's the case, why can't the Soul King just kill Aizen? Like if this dude is such a menace and he caused all this fucking destruction, why didn't the Soul King just come down and end it? like right off
Read
the bat. Like,
right here in Bleach Wikipedia. I'm reading it again. Um, the Spirit King has given the full control of government of Soul Society to Central 46.
I still don't understand why. I still don't understand how heaven has a fucking government, but whatever.
Thus being uninvolved with the day-to-day affairs of Soul Society. In other words, he doesn't give a crap about killing Aizen. For whatever reason, I don't know. If he wanted to, I guess he could, but I'm seeing where he's uninvolved with Soul Society's day-to-day activities, so that means that he has no control of killing Aizen. He just leaves it to Central 46, which means it's just Soul Society's duty, which is crap.
You know what? There should be just like a day dedicated to just burning Kubo's shades. Like just taking that picture where he has no, just taking a picture of Kubo and burning it on camera, and we'll just call that day "fuck Bleach Day," and we'll just burn a picture of Kubo. I would burn the manga, but that's a waste of money. I
Exactly.
just burn, just burn the fucking picture. I,
All right.
that, okay, but let me ask you a question because we kind of skipped over this, the time skip.
Yeah.
Do you see any reason why we needed a time skip in Bleach? Just out of curiosity.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Because
I
there,
thought it was just me.
no, it's not just you, man. It's me too. Because when the time skip occurs, the one thing that you're supposed to see is the main character change. The most biggest disappointment for me is to see Ichigo look exactly the same and multiple people around him look different. It would be so cool to see the time skip of Ichigo with long hair. That would have made it a little worth reading for me, but the time skip is only 1 year ahead. Ichigo is about 17 now, not 15 years old, kicking asses of people who are older than him. And even while reading it, it just doesn't feel any different. It feels like we're just going back to Ichigo the next day, right after Rukia disappeared. I mean, what the hell was Kubo thinking when he did a time skip right after One Piece did a time skip in 598 of the manga? You see, the guy's copying Oda in every way.
He's trying to start some shit, and, and he's insulting the mangakas, and it's gonna boil down to one day he's just gonna do something that just offends everybody. And he's just gonna get his ass kicked. Like fucking Oda and Kishimoto are gonna meet him in the back of an alley and just beat his ass. Like, we told you not to touch our mangas, bitch. And
Oda
just
be like, okay, so I did a time skip, and you did one too. I changed up my manga by making it go for 10 years, and you did it too. So I'm standing up before you right now with a gun in my hand. You decide what I'm gonna do with it right now. Since you like to copy me in every way, you're gonna decide if I shoot you dead tonight or not. And Keisha will be standing up there like, oh, so you taking my shuriken now, aren't you? Yo, Oda, just get it over with, man. Put a bullet in this dude's head.
this is ridiculous. Just why? Just
No.
fucking. I want to know. I want to just like ask. I want to like go. If I could. All right. I have a very interesting hypothetical question.
Yeah.
If you could meet Tite Kubo and could ask him one question, what would you ask?
But
You couldn't?
yeah, I don't speak Japanese. I'm joking.
No, okay, fine. We're gonna make this. All right, you're an asshole. I see what you did.
All
I
right.
mean, okay, let's pretend like you can speak Japanese fluent.
Yeah, I was just joking, man. The real question I'd ask him though is, um, what is it? No, here's my question: who is the next new villain in Bleach? That's the one thing I really want to know right about him. I could speculate and say Ginjo Kujo setting him up, but so far I haven't seen any proof about it. But
I don't know. It seems like he's setting him up because I mean the way Genjo Kugo acts, he's like, we want to give you all our power. I'm like, wait, are you shitting me? You're telling me the whole reason why you're fucking with Ichigo is to give him power? That don't no, fuck that. No, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
I'm ranting on it right now because Tite Kubo doesn't vary villains in the manga. You see, the only villains that we saw that were legitimate in the canon series was Aizen, Kozen, and Ian. and the army of Fuego Mundo, we couldn't get a balance of anybody else because all we just kept seeing was a Ronkar, Espada, then the affected captains, and that's pretty much it. No variation of different villains like One Piece and Naruto. That's just how much of crap it is.
That's because the
So
first arc didn't even have villains. The first arc,
exactly,
the first arc, Ichigo was the villain. It was ridiculous to me. To me, that's one of the other problems with Bleach. Bleach just doesn't like Bleach. Bleach. I'll be honest with you, that Ronkar War was to me was the equivalent to the Alabasta arc in One Piece. At least
exactly,
to the last couple of fights where you had like each Straw Hat fighting a different member of Baroque Works. It's the
yeah,
same thing. It was like each fucking Soul Reaper fighting a different faction of the Arankar slash Espada. And
yeah,
I was like, the difference between how the way Oda did it and the way Kubo did it is that Kubo really didn't build it up. Like half of these characters we just saw coming out of the gate. Like we knew nothing of any of these characters. It was just like, oh, we got like 7 factions. What the fuck? What are this? 3 girls? Oh, they can rip off their arms and create a fucking demon to kill everything. All right, then. What's over here? Oh, we got this guy over here. He's supposed to be fucking death. He's supposed to be like the fucking Grim Reaper.
yeah.
And he has like a gay ass faction with like this dude who turns into like a big ass whale, and this other dude who turns into like a fucking falcon. Like, what is this? Like, he threw so much shit at you at once. You were just like, what is going on right now? Like you kind of just sit there and was struck in awe. You were just like, okay, so the war has started, and there's like 6 fights going on,
Yeah.
and then oh look, there's another 6 fights going on. Oh look, we're gonna reintroduce the visors into the fight. Oh shit, the visors are fighting now. Oh, we got combo fights. I was like, whoa, you.
Too much.
It's like
Too
Kubo. Wait a
too
minute.
much.
You
Now,
tried to go hard way too quick, and it's weird.
now I'd like to rant a little on that because one thing that people specialize in is just bringing random stuff in there, and the way how he just brings it in, nothing can explain. I mean, first of all, we got, hey, look, Wonder White versus Kensei. I mean, what's his name again? Yeah, Kensei uses Bankai. Tekken Tachikaze. Fight cuts from there. We don't see the end. Then we have back to Eiko Mundo. Hey, look, Kenpachi and Byakuya fighting Yami. He transforms again into this gigantic raccoon monster. He throws a fist. Hey, look, we cut from there, and it doesn't end. We don't know what happened. Next thing we know, we see him dead on the floor.
Oh
What the
no,
hell?
no, you're forgetting the part when the hollow dog comes over there and barks at him, and then he dies. You
And
know
then he
what?
dies.
No. If I had to ask Kuba one question, I'd be like, why? Just fucking. I'd be like,
What?
dude, I would ask him like 6 questions, like, what's wrong with you? Are you sick? What was the point of the fucking dog? Why can't you just take a break and think about just playing your shit out? And 5, why won't you take off those fucking shades?
Because he's hiding Sharingan under there. That's why.
Kishimoto beat his ass at that point. He's like, what were you doing? What are you
during
doing?
the war, during the war, we see the fighting going on. What happens? Yamamoto's about to fight Aizen. Guess who pops up? Wonder White. What the hell happened to Kensei? And then the war is over, and we don't even see the end result with most of the visors. They're just gone. We don't even know what the hell happened to them.
We got.
Jeez Louise, man.
You know what I thought was really just ridiculous is that how like some of the fucking Espada were just overly hacked. Like, let me get this straight. We got a fucking Espada that can age anything, but can be killed. But and then we also have another Espada that can cancel out the complete Bankai of the fucking strongest Soul Reaper in the fucking Soul Society.
The ranking now is completely messed up because Ulquiorra is the fourth Espada.
But you gotta remember that other form that Ulquiorra has, Aizen doesn't know about. So
Aizen did know about it. If you remember when he was trolling Ichigo, he said, "I know about your fight with Ulquiorra." So that means Aizen technically trolled Ulquiorra because he knew about his second form all this time. Because when he mentioned, I knew about your fight where you underwent the full holification, it was only natural that Aizen's Hogyoku told Aizen that, yo, they do that in second form. So Ulquiorra was trolled even unto death.
So
It,
why? But my thing is, did Ukiura ever explain why he kept it a secret? Like,
it's because, I don't know, he could get too much attention if he were the first Espada. I don't really understand why he put himself forth and put his power.
you know what other fight I really hate?
What?
I hate Hitsugai's fight with Halibel. No, he fucking won that fight. And the only reason why that fight kept going is because the fucking ice broke. And I'm looking over like, are you, are you fucking kidding me? Are you telling me that this fight has to continue because the fucking ice broke? That's like saying, oh, the sun melted the ice cream cone, the war's back on. What the fuck? And then what makes it even worse is that Aizen strikes her down. So it's like, why did you even break her out of the fucking ice in the first place? Like, why? What was the point, Kubo? You could have just kept her dead. You killed her anyway.
It was the best defeat ever, but the very fact that she was brought back by the help of Wonder Wise's stupid scream, and then Aizen kills her when she's of no use, it kills her rank of being the third Espada. Because she was holding her own against Hiyori, Lisa, and Hitsugaya. 3-on-1, and she was doing well. And then she was the only one left. And Aizen said, you know what? This black chick is nothing to me, and she just had to be black too.
Yeah,
So
so that didn't make any sense how it still didn't make any sense how fucking it took Hitsugaya, Hiyori, and the other visor to fight her. Like I don't like that. That seems like a ridiculous amount of difference in power. And they were using visor max half the time. So I'm like, how in the fuck is she like defending all of these fuckers when she had a problem when her and Hitsugaya were fighting on par half of that fight? Like the hell. Like I don't understand that. Like how strong is she? Was she just dicking around the entire fight with Hitsugaya and just having to get caught in his ultimate attack? Is that what happened?
yo, give me a second. I'm just gonna get a call. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. This is what happens when you record, people. Get these random gaps. This is what makes YouTube so much fun.
Alright, I'm back. But I'm saying she held her own as a third Espada, and her rank was being displayed very well. But then Aizen comes out of nowhere, and yo, he stabs her in the collarbone, which is very painful, and that's pretty much it. Now, if I were to rank the Espadas on my own, I would say Baragan should be first, Ulquiorra should be Halibel should be third, and Stark should be fourth, because Stark died like a faggot, I must say. That was the worst defeat ever. I wanted to rank him for a long time. I mean, the guy does all these transformations. So first of all, he releases his true power. Then he fuses with Lilinet and becomes the first Espada release form. And then he uses his full powers, and all Kyoraku did was use his Shikai and beat him. He didn't even have the need to go to Bun. That ripped me off big time, man. I'm telling you.
You know what I don't understand? When they all were like trying to back Ichigo and fight Aizen to give out, why did they not go in there hard? Like half of them didn't even go in there using Bankais. I mean, because if you think about it, if you had like Shunsui's color game mixed with fucking Shinji's Bankai, that would have been ridiculous. Like Aizen would have had to like been able to focus on both levels on that shit. But
Yeah.
no. It's like, oh, we're gonna all swing our swords randomly at him. I'm like, really? Like, the problem is Bleach has like these complicated ass Shikais and Bankais. Some of them are anyway. And the ones that are complicated, he doesn't actually like. He makes those characters not seem strategic. So it would make sense why they wouldn't use the fucking moves, even though they would be beneficial in a fight. And then I'm looking over, I'm like, Kubo, are you do understand, Kubo, that these characters probably could kill Aizen if you would just stop having them dick around? Because I feel like sometimes he has like he makes his characters dick around.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. He's only focused on milking out. He's just milking out blood instead of milk out of that cash cow. I'm telling you, he's just reaching for the milk out of the cash cow, but he's milking out blood now, man. I'm telling you, he's doing his best to sell a story to the max by dragging it out. So the poor
Dude,
cash cow has to be killed.
dude, by the end of the decade, Bleach is gonna turn into a fucking McDonald's. We're gonna be sitting in McDonald's eating burgers, and it's gonna be like, oh, this tastes like fail. Ah, Kubo. Yuck, 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 yuck. Just like, oh, this is some family fun. We're eating a whole bunch of fail. Thank you, Kubo. Eat a
Yo,
dick.
in a full 50 minutes here, I'm talking about a lot of good stuff. So,
uh,
you know what? Let's just wrap this up right now with my
okay,
final viewpoint. I'm going
okay.
to say one more thing that I always wanted to find out about the game. It's time skip now. And this one is going to be the most interesting topic in my reading. Now, before the time skip occurred, full form Ichigo came out of nowhere, or I like to call him Bankai 2 Ichigo. And all his friends saw him, and now they know the whole truth. And Ichigo explained everything to them. So because of this, I wonder if Kubo's gonna mix up his story with a little more entertainment and give his friends powers now, so that it can be a story like Soul Eater where everybody has unique powers, or Fairy Tail or Naruto. I mean, we just keep seeing Ichigo, 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 and the characters from Soul Society over and over again. Maybe instead of Orihime, Uryu, and Chad, who I must say don't get enough screen time, can fling in Tatsuki, Keigo maybe, and other people with unique powers of their own in the story now just to make it a little more interesting. I mean, you could think of that.
I'm not even 100% sure why only Hime and Chad were the ones who were given powers. Like, why not Tatsuki, since Tatsuki has known Ichigo since he was little, and Keigo, and fuck, what's his other friend's name?
Studio, Hancho, those are the
Okay,
two.
yeah. And I'm like, why didn't you get those characters? I mean, they've been hanging with Ichigo ever since high school started. Like, why is Chad specifically? It isn't like him and Chad hang out. It's not like they fucking eat and sleep and bathe together. They're only around each other occasionally at school and sometimes during fights. So I'm like, why in the fuck is only Oda? Like Tatsuki is the one that really pisses me off because it's like she's known him since he was younger. She knew him before his mom died. But
Yeah.
no, Oda Hime gets the fucking powers. I'm like, you Kubo, you and your love of big breasts are gonna get us killed. I swear to God. Like, that's a load of bullshit. My thing with Bleach right now is that this new arc feels like a Batman movie. And let me
It's like
explain
feels
this.
like
No,
there's
no,
a
no,
plot.
no, no, I tell you that. I'm not even gonna say Batman. I'm gonna say what's a good? It's a movie where Superman loses his powers. That's what it feels like. It feels like Ichigo lost his cape and the S on his chest, or in this case, it'd be an I. He lost that. He's feeling all weak and vulnerable and shit. But the thing is, if you think about it, didn't Ichigo always wanted peace? And what makes this really weird is that the only violence that has occurred is Uryu getting hurt. And that's technically and I mean they haven't revealed it, but I'm pretty sure that was a Fullbringer who attacked him.
Ah, yes, that's one of the most controversial topics that makes me think that these Fulbright are bad guys because Ginjo said that there were six of them, and I only counted five in the room, including Chad, but Chad's not a part of the Fulbright. So I'm saying that the sixth one was trying to avoid Uryu figuring out secrets about that too, which makes me think that Ichigo's in the den with lions. He must be set. He's definitely being set up. I know that because the Fulbright attacked him, and that guy must have been with Ginjo Kujo.
But think about it. Other than that, there has been no other there's no crazy villain. There's nothing bad going on in the town.
Nope.
So why does Ichigo need his powers? I mean, at this point, I mean, what Kubo should have did? He should have just blackmailed them. Like he should have had Genjo just blackmail him, where he had like Genjo hold everyone near and dear to him as hostages, and if he didn't train and learn full bring, he would kill everybody.
Exactly.
Because
Just like
that
what
would have made Genjo look like a villain, and two, it would have gave Ichigo a more legitimate reason for learning his powers. Because right now, I don't feel a sense of urgency. Like I don't feel like he needs to learn his powers right now. I'm just like, oh, he's learning his
it,
powers. I'm like,
yep. Hold on.
oh god, Jerome's taking breaks. It's ridiculous.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't feel like Ichigo right now is like rushing. He doesn't need to rush. There's like I feel like there's no sense of urgency like there is half the time when characters are training. Like with at least like when One Piece is time skip, we're like they need to train because they need to get stronger so when they go to the new world they don't get their asses kicked. Or like in Naruto, he had to train to fight pain. And he was like, I need to learn Sage Mode or else Pain's gonna kick my ass.
He's a guard dog. Only lives to protect people. I mean, come on.
It's
What's the use?
it's like if you have the peace that you were trying to protect, why are you still fighting?
Yeah.
You the peace is there, people. It's like it's like you're trying to become God when everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine as you go. Just listen. And it took you a year. It's like he still feels this way after a year. I'm like, it's been a year and a half, man. You've grown up. There's no reason for you to be this paranoid. And it isn't like he's just now doing this. Why is it taking him a year to freak out about his powers?
Well, as you know, Ishin lost his powers before and he slowly regained them. That makes me speculate that when we get to Ishin's past, we're going to be seeing maybe evidence where he might have used his final gift of potential as well when Engetsu crossed.
I mean, he knew of it, so I'm assuming that he's used it once before.
It would be very badass to see him become Engetsu.
I'd like to see. I would like to see him younger. Like I don't think we've seen Ishin younger.
Nah, it's only natural that Ichigo would get his powers back after a certain time because his powers only went away when he used his final gift. He's doing just like what Ishin's doing right now. He's slowly getting his powers back. That's why I said that the Reiatsu came out of the bag because I think his powers are slightly returning after.
But you know what really doesn't make any sense? If he really wanted his powers back so badly, why didn't he just ask his dad? His dad's been there the entire time up until like now, the entire year. I mean, apparently he's gotten so comfortable with his dad, he can talk to him like calmly about the Soul Society. So I'm like, why did you not ask your dad if you wanted your powers back?
That's an easy answer, man. 10 more years of Bleach. People will just fling it in there.
See, this is why Bleach can't do what One Piece can do. Because One Piece, you have a lot of legitimate questions that you know kind of fit in the plot, whereas with Bleach, there's a lot of common sense questions that you have to wait for the plot because the plot decides, hey, we're not gonna give you the common sense one. We're gonna come up with this ridiculous bullshit, and you're gonna fucking eat it for 10 years.
10 more years. I hope that he can pull off one miracle and fully develop every single character within 10 whole years, including Ururu and Jinta at Urahara's shop, because I don't even know anything about
I still don't understand why they're like that. Like why Jinta's like ridiculously strong and why Ururu is ridiculously strong. Like why are those two that strong and why are those two there? And who the fuck are they? Like
I'd like to know if Urahara it might be a villain later on because he can be very sly at times. And Ginjo mentioned a lot of things about him, you know. So my suspicion for him raised higher than anything, even right after he defeated Aizen himself. Something about him just isn't right.
yeah, but you gotta remember that whole thing. I mean, he probably could become a villain, but at that point, I'd be like, why is he a villain? Like, it's kind of weird. Like, if he makes Urahara a villain, he just gotta justify that thing out of the ass because he spent all this time it's not like with Naruto where Kishimoto didn't spend all that time developing Sasuke as a good character. He spent some time, but he didn't like dedicate like half the fucking manga saying that Sasuke was a good guy only to turn him evil. No, Sasuke turned evil like fairly early in the manga. it's with Urahara, the entirety of the manga, Urahara has been a good guy. So it's like, if you turn him evil, you gotta give us a hell of a lot of facts. And Kubo, knowing Kubo, this fucker is not known for giving a lot of facts. So I'm not even if he does it, I'm expecting it to be a bad version of it. Like I'm expecting a really cheap version of evil Urahara. It's like, oh,
Exactly.
Urahara's evil. Why? Oh, we don't know why. Which that nigga's just evil. Wanna know why? Why his hat was turned on backward. It's like really. It's like Kubo. Why? Why do you make this difficult? Like, but I mean, but that's just me personally. I just don't. If he turn, it can happen, but I'm expecting it to be a bad version of it. Like I'm expecting him to do it horribly. Like
Exactly.
I have no high expectations for Bleach, like at all. Because I don't even know how. It depends on how more ridiculous the story gets. Depends on whether I drop it or not. Because I don't. A decade of it is just like. It depends on what happens. Like if this motherfucker is like having tea parties and shit in like 2 years, I'm like, fuck this shit. No, no. Kubo, the main character, is drinking tea with fucking dolls. We're not doing this shit anymore. Where the
Look,
fuck is Karen? Oh, Karen's dead. What the fuck? No, you can't do this.
you
Where the
see
fuck is?
the random scenes in Bleach. It's pissing me off because you always see epic moments, like when Ichigo became Getsuga, and then you see the disappointing moments come back again when Ichigo's powers went away and Aizen was about to undergo another transformation. Thank God Urahara sealed it in time because I didn't want to see the guy transform again. And then we see an epic scene where Rukia was disappearing, and then we see the disappointment where Titigo was going to go on hiatus for 2 weeks and continue the story. It's just random. He fluctuates every time. He goes up and down again, but I can't stand to see these random scenes just pop up where, somebody just dies and then a new character is introduced and I've been trolled again. It keeps happening to me and I don't know why. I don't know why this guy can't stick to a basic development and make
Because
an epic
I think
transform.
it's because I think the thing is that Bleach has a trap in it. If you watch the first 15 episodes, you are now stuck with the entire series. Like I think that's what happens with Bleach. When you dedicate yourself to watching the first 15 episodes of Bleach, you're gonna watch the rest of the series, regardless if it's bad or good. And I think that's how Kubo has his fucking kicks. He just traps you. There's a fucking keto he put in the 15th episode, and the keto forces you to complete the series no matter what. And if you don't, you'll die. And it's like he trolled us. Episode 15. There's a troll point. There's gonna be a light that flashes out of your computer screen, and it's
And you wonder what the hell,
this is
what,
like what
what
happened. It's like why can oh man this story sucks. I'm gonna get away from it. Oh, heart attack. Okay, I'm going back to Bleach. Okay, Kubo, there,
in
there.
your latest Bleach review, you said quite a lot of informative things. And the main thing was when you touched the topic about the reaction leaking out. I just wanted to say that in that latest review that you did, you see the random thing about Ichigo's power just coming out there, it really does look like hacks because I know that Ichigo's powers would eventually return, just like Ichigo, but so immediately, as soon as he thinks of all times he was proud to be a Shinigami protecting like Orihime and his sisters and fighting alongside Uryu, all those panels that we saw, and then when Ruka disappeared, I think he loves her. And then automatically his power just comes back out again. I mean, why? There's no explanation of it. It just doesn't make any sense.
Wait, that's like saying he's never thought about being proud as a Shinigami ever since he lost his powers. That's what that scene implies. That scene implies in the entire year and a half time skip, he has never thought about his Shinigami powers in a good way, which would make no fucking sense why he would want them back. And still, they haven't explained how using Full Bring gets you Shinigami powers. Because it's not
Yeah.
like he said, we're going to teach you Full Bring. He was like, we're going to get you Shinigami powers back. I'm like, cool. And then I look over and I'm like, why the fuck is he learning Full Bring if he's trying to get his powers back? It's like
See,
it's like
it
you changed your
just
mind in 2 chapters.
It doesn't make sense. I'm telling you right now, it just doesn't make any sense.
The one thing I really hate about Bleach, and this is just true, is that the consistency jumps over to so many different levels that it's retarded. And this is the main thing I have with this arc. This arc feels like, if I think I didn't get to finish the reference I was gonna make with Superman, but like it's like Ichigo lost his powers,
Yeah,
and he's dealing with the fact that he doesn't have his powers anymore. And it's like, and normally what would happen in a movie is that, oh, a new villain would come up and he's like, shit, I gotta get my powers back. Fuck, I ain't got my powers. And it was like this random guy would be like, we'll help you get your powers. It's like, cool, they help him get his powers. And then they turn on him and he now has his powers back, so he's struggling to fight them and take them all down. The problem with that is that shit's boring. And then you look at Bleach and like, wait a minute, the fucking new arc is doing the same goddamn thing. Like,
constant repeating of the
I
same
mean,
crap.
come on. Ever since we saw Genjo the first time, we were like, this dude's a villain. Everybody thought this dude's a villain. So if he turns out to be a villain, no one's gonna be like, whoa, Kubo, you're so clever. You're so clever, Kubo.
Yo, if I see where Ginjo is the villain later on and turns on Ichigo, the first thing I'm gonna say in my latest review on that is just as planned.
No,
I
no,
do it.
the title of my review would be No Shit Sherlock. Yeah, we're just gonna wrap it off with that, and I'm just gonna say this. I feel like, for people in the comments, I want you to write this and tell me if you think this is a good idea. Do you guys think we should have a fuck Bleach day? Because I swear to God, if enough of you if enough of you do it, I swear to God, I will literally make a video where I print out a picture of Kubo's face and I will burn it on the
Yo,
camera. I
yo,
will burn his face on the
it can
camera.
happen.
On the
It can
camera.
happen. It
Listen,
can happen.
dude, Jerome, I swear to God, if we get enough comments, I want a response. I want a video response of you burning his picture. Like,
Of course, yo, definitely, man. I will definitely do a video response on this video here, and we're definitely gonna make a YouTube Bleach hate day. I'm telling you, we're gonna do it on our own, and we're gonna get enough viewers and supporters to do it because it's about time TK Kubo realized what the hell was going on. But we gotta make it.
It'd be like, dude, I'm gonna be like, he brought it upon himself. He brought it upon himself. It was his own damn fault. But we have been ranting for too long. It's been like an hour, actually, hasn't it? Yeah.
Exactly.
Holy shit, we talked too damn much. But we're gonna end it right here. This is the game, Manic,
This is Ultra Black God 20.
and this has been Anime Real Talk TV. If you watch this entire video, you earn a digital cookie. But anyways, we'll catch you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this little, I want to say discussion, but we all know this was like a bash fest. Fuck it. So we'll catch you guys later. See you later.